That's fitment right there, baby.
What am I looking like?
You're looking Stance Nation.
Am I?
Yeah. You gotta check out this fitment.
Oh, you're so good. This is a Safari Mazda 6, and the front is ready for Stance Nation, Sacramento, or wherever NorCal it is.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just over here at the garage at my house and just working on a couple things. So just cleaning up the Mustang.
Gold Buick. It's free.
So yeah, we're just at the garage and doing a couple small things, and it's the small things that add up and like change the look of a car. I know like when you first get a car, there's always those like few things that you want to change, and these are just those. So I'm just gonna knock them out real quick, and then also might install my banner. So stay tuned, we'll find out. So these are the new badges. They're gloss black. I got them off eBay. They're pretty cheap, like 12 bucks for the pair. And then I also have the gloss black wrap. So I got like 5 feet, way too much because the deck lid's only like that big, but it's always good to have gloss black wrap. And then also here are the new lug nuts. So basically the same thing, they're the spline style, but they're just black. First, what I'm gonna do is just do the lug nuts because it's really simple. You just take one off and replace it with another one. And then I'll also use my torque wrench so that way I know all the lugs are at the right torque.
Now is it worth its weight in gold? Or should we melt it down to be sold? You're always giving up. No one ever needs to know your...
So far it's made a massive change, even though it's just such a small little mod, but it's just made such a big drastic change because the red distracted you. But the only bad thing is right here on the last wheel, we just found out, well, I found out, this last lug just does not want to go on. So this one seems to have like a problem threading, and you just don't want to force it because my friend Sabir, right over there, hey, he said that he stripped his lug nuts before, or his studs, and that's a much bigger problem. So I'm just gonna message the eBay seller and see if he'll send out another one, because it definitely is this one. I've tried it on all of the studs and I've like tried to come back, and it's definitely not this stud. So it's definitely the lug nut. For now I have a red one that I have in the back, and I'm about to primer it and paint it. I know that seems like overkill just because it's gonna be only for like a week or so until the eBay seller sells me another one. But like I said, on this car, I'm doing everything right, so no corners cut or anything like that. So I'm gonna hit it with primer, and then I'm gonna hit it with some paint, and that'll just last me until I get a new one. All over the lens. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for about 5 or so minutes, and then I'm gonna hit it with one more coat, and then I'll hit it with 2 coats of black. The next thing I wanna do is do the badge while the lug nut is drying. So I'm just gonna do this one right here, and as you can see, this one's already been done, and that's that red plastic dip I was talking about that I'm getting rid of. So to begin, I'm just going to wipe it all down so that way it's all clean, because I did detail yesterday, but it's a little bit dusty. So I'm just gonna wipe it all down, make sure it's clean, and then put masking tape so that way I know where the new badge will go, and then I'll use a heat gun or hair dryer and fishing line and get this one off, because I know the stock one has the 2 pins, but this one's just 3M. So right here, I just have the masking tape. I wiped it all down, put the masking tape on. So next I'm just gonna use the heat gun, which is this sick pink hair dryer. Heat it all up, and then use fishing line and kind of gently pry away with my fingers the badge. Alright, so that came off super easy, so we're gonna have to add another step, which I didn't think about, which was Goo Gone. So luckily I have some Goo Gone. I'll put that on there and get off all this other 3M foam, and then we'll be good to go for the new ones. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a little bit of like ghosting around the 5.0 badge. So what I'm gonna do is, and there's also a little bit of scratching in there. Camera's probably not picking it up, but what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my polisher and just do a quick little polish in this section, because like I said, with this car, doing everything I can the right way, and I just don't want any scratches in between the 5.0 badge that I could see, and it'll just bother me. So I'm gonna go grab the polisher real quick, knock this out. I mean, it'll probably take like 30 seconds, but it'll be worth it for sure. So after that, I'll show you guys the finished product.
Never seen anyone polish before putting on badges. This guy's thinks he has a Ferrari or something. It's pretty hilarious. Over here polishing his fender to put a badge on. Yeah, I'm as confused as you are.
Now I've done the polish, now you can't see the 5.0 like ghosting and stuff, and all the little scratches and stuff are gone. I kind of hit some tape here, but it doesn't matter. I'll still get the general idea of where the 5.0 badge, so let's go grab that. Oh, that's all the little 3M tape, which was a pain in the butt, but done. Super dusted.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you got a 3-stage polish out your. Oh, nice.
Yeah, just like your AirPods. Can't take care of anything.
No. Dude, honestly, I can't lie. The gloss black is really hard to line up because the car is gloss black. We're going for it right there.
Ooh, that's crooked.
Is it?
Yeah, dude, you fucked it.
No, I think we're good.
Completely wrecked it. You completely wrecked it.
Just give it a little push a Rooney here.
Yeah, just make sure the fender's dented in, and then you know you're done.
If you punch the fender, you'll know you're good.
You can't see it, so if anyone sees you on the road, it's definitely a V6 now. Because you can't see it in this video at all. It's so dark.
Yeah, I don't really like it. Okay, I like it.
Ah, this guy's a jokester. He gets
guys.
me. He gets me.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Yeah.
You just can't see it.
But yeah, I like it. I mean, it took a lot of effort because I want to do it right, but you can't see any scratches.
So much effort.
But it was worth it, right?
Yeah, let me just zoom in here so we can. There it is.
It was worth it.
Now we see the badge.
So now we have 1.5 of the 3 mods done. So we're gonna go check in on our lug nut and see how that's turning out. All right, so hopefully it's been long enough to touch because I'm about to touch it. Ooh, a little light on the bottom. So I'll get that real quick. But other than that, I think this will last me. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Since it's a little light on the bottom there, I'm just gonna get as low as I can and spray it and then kind of twist it. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Gave her a nice quick coat there, kind of got closer on the bottom, and we'll check in on that in about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so until I can go on there and just put it on the car and see how it looks, see if it blends in. But I already messaged the eBay seller. I'll probably get a message later on tonight, and hopefully he sends one out as soon as possible. So now we're gonna work on the other side's 5.0 badge, and then we'll do the deck lid. What's up, boy? Now we're gonna move on to the deck lid. We're kind of running low on light, so I'm gonna try to knock this out fast, but I just watched an American Muscle video on how to take it off. Looks like there's 2 screws, and then you just like push up these tabs and it should pop off. So it looks like there's just 2 of these, and then you push the tabs in once you kind of pry it back a bit. And go get, and then you should be good to go. So there's 2 on the bottom, I think. I don't know, might have to put the camera down and find out. So we got it off. 1 clip, this one right here. We did not have too much luck. So actually we found out the pry tools. The pry tools are cool and all, but the thing that worked the best was a freaking butter knife. This thing, you could just get in there and go like that, especially because of the GT500 wing, it wouldn't let you get enough leverage. So I'm just gonna wipe this down even though no one's gonna see it, and then wipe that down, and we're just gonna wrap over it and then get a nice clean cut around the chrome GT bezel. Now we have a piece cut, and we're just trying to figure out how we're gonna wrap this. We just tried to wrap it, and it's way more difficult than we thought. It's because of the faux gas cap. It's got this giant like circle on it, and it's got this deep crevice, and this wrap's not really wanting to stretch, so that's just eBay wrap. The other backup plan I had for this was just gonna sand it, paint it gloss black like Rust-Oleum, and then clear coat it, because Brandon actually did that on our friend Xavier's trunk, and then he just wet sanded it and then polished it, and then it was like perfect, so it looked like it was factory. So I'm probably just gonna do that and make sure I just mask around the GT badge really well, and then other than that, we're just gonna send it. Honestly, anything's better than the fading clear coat because that thing is so thin. That's why every Mustang has this pretty much. So we're just gonna fix it up and see how it turns out. All right, so I just got back from Walmart, or we just got back from Walmart, and I have some gloss black paint, some 600 grip sandpaper, and then also gloss clear coat. We're just gonna go ahead and sand it down and roughen this up, and then we'll use that, and then we'll hit it with some paints and then clear coat. What's going on, guys? It's actually been a little while since I've updated you, but I hit it with the primer for I think 3 coats, and then I also just hit it with the base coat of black, which is gloss black by Rust-Oleum. I did that for 3 coats, but then when I brought it inside, I noticed there was a thing of like dust on it or something that was bigger than all the rest. I mean, I was painting outside, so of course there's gonna be dust on it, but I just noticed there was an extra big piece, so I tried to use tweezers and get it off, and big mistake. So now I'm actually relaying a couple of layers to try to level it out. So I'm gonna do 1 more coat of black, and then after that I'll do all the clear, and then hopefully it'll come inside and cure, and then I can put it back on. But I think for tonight my goal is just to get 2 light dustings onto the clear and then 1 heavy coat, and then bring it inside and just sit and let it cure, and don't touch it until like tomorrow afternoon or something like that. This is it without the clear. Not too bad. A little bit of orange peel and stuff like that, but I plan to wet sand at the very end after the clear. The little textured piece is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's that little black dot right there. I mean, it's nothing too big. It's definitely better than the entire deck lid peel that it had before, but I don't know. I'm just being a perfectionist, I guess. But I'm going to put 1 more coat on after this and then do my clear coat.
6 hours later.
Ugh. Alright, well, I just finished doing the wet clear coat, and I went to go put it inside and let it cure in the warm house overnight, and the entire deck lid slipped off the little platform I had for it, so I have like a little nick on the edge and a place where like a paper towel touched it because it was still wet. So all that texture, I guess, will come out eventually, because what I'll be doing is wet sanding it. So I'll probably wet sand it, bring it down a bit, and then re-clear it. I don't know, actually, I might have to put a couple more layers of base coat on it, or at least color, and then clear it all over, and then all that. But anyways, it was getting dark, and well, it is dark, and it's cold, and it's just not the best night to be painting, so I'll probably just live with this right now, because at least it's all black now. It may have had a little bit of texture and stuff like that, but it looks all right from a distance, and like I said, anything's better than that ugly peeling deck lid, because that took away and drew way too much attention. So this at least is a small mistake, but I'll show you guys real quick. I was moving it inside, and it slipped off this little thing, and I was trying to balance it, and that just didn't work out. So the major damage is right here. There's some right there, and then that's the real big boy. That's the bad stuff. So I'll probably have to hit it with some sandpaper, put down a couple more layers of black or something, and then re-clear it. So I'll do it also in the daylight, because I think that was a big factor. But we'll see how it looks tomorrow in the daytime and stuff, and also I'll let this cure. Even though I messed up, I'd still rather put this on, because it's going to rain for a couple of days. I'd still rather put this on than a peeling deck lid that's factory, just because at least it's all gloss black, and yeah, it's got that one little spot, but that could just be honestly like a rock chip or something. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with my Rust-Oleum first time painting, so I'll definitely get better, and that's how it is with everything I do with cars. I just get better over time and all of that. So we're gonna check in tomorrow and see how this thing turned out. Now it's the next morning, and we're gonna see how it turned out. From here, it looks pretty good. I'm about like 3 feet away, which, I mean, you could see the clear coat peeling on the other one from 3 feet away. So I'm just gonna turn it around and show you guys how it turned out. And obviously there's still those blemishes, but like I said, it's better than the clear coat peeling. And I know I'm gonna have to revisit this. There's still a little blemish there and a little bit of roughness right there. So I don't know, we'll pull off the masking tape and do an install and see how it looks. As you can see, there's still that texture in that paint. It's definitely have to be redone, and I might make a little booth for it, but overall I'm pretty satisfied, and it's gonna definitely clean up the car a little bit. Just installed the deck lid, and I'm pretty curious to see how it's gonna look on the car. So I haven't even seen it yet, and here it goes. It looks, I mean, you can see the damage. Kind of just looks like a rock chip, to be honest. Not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm still pretty happy with the result, and I think it looks a lot better. Now I have the black lug nuts, the black badges, and the whole car just kind of has some small details changed, and it made a big difference. The black lug nuts really, like, I don't know, tie it all together. I think the red was just fading and stuff, so the black just gave it a new refreshed look. And then the gloss black badges just blend in. I mean, it may even be too sleeper to where people won't even recognize that I have a 5.0, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.